you're here. Where have you been? Why don't you answer my phone?
I've been sitting here the whole time. I'm awfully sorry. I left it at home.
Oh, what are chewing gum?
No, thank you ever so much, just the same.
Oh, sorry. I've only got these kinds. You got any of your own?
I don't know. I probably have. Thank you.
Because if you haven't, it wouldn't take me a minute to go up to the corner and get you some.
Oh, thank you. But I wouldn't have you to go through all the trouble for anything. It is awfully sweet of you to think of it. Thank you ever so much.
Will you, for God's sake, stop thanking me?
Really, I didn't know I was in anything out of the way. I'm awfully sorry if it hurts your feelings. I know what it feels like to get your feeling hurt. I'm sure I didn't realize it was an insult to say thank you to a person. I'm not in the habit of having people swear at me because I say thank you to them.
I didn't swear at you.
Oh, you didn't? I see.
My God, all I said, I simply asked you if I couldn't go out and get you some chewing gums. Is there anything in that to get up in the air about?
Who's up in the air? I'm sure I didn't know it was a criminal offense to say I wouldn't dream of giving you all that trouble. I'm afraid I must be awfully stupid or something.
You want me to go out and get you some chewing gums, don't you?
Goodness, if you want to go so much, please don't feel you have to stay here. I wouldn't have you feel you have to stay here for anything.
Don't be that way, will you?
Be what way?
What's the matter?
Why? Nothing. Why?
You've been funny all afternoon. Hardly said a word to me ever since I came in.
I'm terribly sorry. You haven't been having a good time. For goodness sake, don't feel you have to stay here and be bored. I'm sure there are billions of places you could be having a lot more fun. The only thing, I'm a little bit sorry. I didn't know before, that's all. When you said you were coming to pick me this afternoon, I broke a lot of days to go to a theater with my friends and everything, but it doesn't make a bit of difference. I'd much rather have you go and have a good time. It isn't very pleasant to sit here and feel you boring a person to death.
I'm not bored. I don't want to go anyplace. Honey, won't you tell me what's the matter? Please.
I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. There isn't a thing on earth the matter. I don't know what you mean.
Yes, you do. There's something to trouble. Is this anything that I've done or anything?
Goodness, I'm sure it isn't any of my business anything you do. I certainly wouldn't feel I had any rights to criticize you.
Will you stop talking like that?
Talk like what?
You know, that's the way you were talking over the telephone today, too. You were so snotty when I called you out. I was afraid to talk to you.
I beg your pardon? What do you say I was?
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. You get me so bored up.
You see, I'm really not in the habit of hearing language like that. I never had a thing like that said to me in my life.
You know, I'm sorry, didn't I? Honest, honey. I didn't mean it. I don't know how I came to say a thing like that. Will you excuse me, please?
Certainly. Please don't feel you have to apologize to me. That doesn't make any difference. It's just a little bit funny to have someone you were in the habit of thinking was a gentleman use language like that to you, that's all. But it doesn't make the slightest bit of difference.
I guess nothing I say makes any difference to you. You seem to be sore at me.
I'm sore at you? What put idea in your head? Why should I be sore at you?
That's what I'm asking you. Won't you tell me what I've done? Have you done something to hurt your feelings, honey? The way you were over the phone, you had me worry all day. I couldn't do a lick of work.
I certainly wouldn't like to feel that I was interfering with your work. I know there are lots of girls that don't think anything of doing things like that, but I think it's terrible. It certainly isn't very nice to sit here and have someone tell you you interfere with his business.
I didn't say that. I didn't say it.
Oh, you didn't? Well, that was the impression I got. It must be my stupidity.
Oh well, I guess maybe I better go. I can't get right. Everything I say seems to make you sorer and sorer. Would you rather I go?
Please do just exactly whatever you like. I'm sure the last thing I want to do is have you stay here when you'd rather be someplace else. Why don't you go someplace where you won't be bored? Oh, why don't you go up to Florence Leeming? I know she'd love to have you.
I don't want to go up to Florence Leeming. What would I want to go to Florence Leeming for? She gives me a pain.
Oh, really? She didn't seem to be giving you so much of a pain yesterday, I noticed. I noticed you couldn't even talk to anybody else. That's how much of a pain she gave you.
Yeah? And you know why I was talking to her?
Why? I suppose you think she attractive. I think some people do. It's perfectly natural. Some people think she quite pretty.
So, that's the reason for your status on Facebook last night? I don't know whether she's pretty or not. I wouldn't know her if I saw her again. While I was talking to her was you. Wouldn't even give me a tumble yesterday. When I saw you, I came up and tried to talk to you, and you just said, "Oh, how do you do?" Just like that. "Oh, how do you do?" And you turned right away and wouldn't look at me.
I wouldn't look at you? Oh, that's awfully funny. Oh, that's marvelous. You don't mind if I laugh, do you?
Go ahead and laugh your head off, but you wouldn't.
Well, the minute you arrived at the cafeteria yesterday, you started making such a fuss over Florence Leeming. I thought you never wanted to talk to anybody else. You two seem to have such a wonderful time together. I wouldn't have butted in for anything.
My God, that's what her name girl came up again and began talking to me before I even saw anybody else. And what could I do to her? I couldn't sock her in the nose, could I?
Well, I certainly didn't see you try.
You saw me try to talk to you, didn't you? And what did you do? Oh, how do you do? Then this was her name girl came and there I was, stuck. Florence Leeming. I think she's terrible. You know what I think of her? I think she's the damn little fool. That's what I think of her.
Well, of course, that's the impression she's always gave me. But I don't know. I heard our friends say she has been prettier and more attractive than she was in high school. Honestly, I have.
Why? She can't be pretty in the same room with you.
She has an awfully funny nose. I really feel sorry for a girl with a nose like that.
Yeah, she's got a terrible nose. You've got a beautiful nose. Yeah, you've got a pretty nose.
Oh, I have not. You're crazy.
And beautiful eyes, and beautiful hair, and a beautiful mouth, and beautiful hands. Let me have one of the little hands. Ah, look at this little hand. Who's got the prettiest hands in the world? Who's the sweetest girl in the world?
I don't know. Who?
You don't know? Yeah, you do so to know.
I do not. Who? Florence Leeming?
Oh, Florence Leeming, my eye. Getting sore about Florence Leeming. And me not sleeping all last night and not doing the stroke work all day because you wouldn't speak to me. A girl like you getting sore about a girl like Florence Leeming?
I think you're just perfectly crazy. I was not sore. What on earth make you think I was? You're simply crazy.
Yeah, I'm crazy about you, my girl. What do you say about a dinner out to compensate for my being inconsiderate, huh?
You're such a flatterer, just this time only. There won't be next time.
Okay, my darling, let's go.